It's 10 o'clock at night and I could not sleep without putting this video out because I am so filled with rage and fear for what this country is becoming, because I just watched a video where these ICE agents, not in uniform, they have masks over their faces, they drag this young woman student here on a valid student visa. They drag her away to God knows where. And this concerns me greatly because I have lived through this before. I was 2 years old in China when thousands of unarmed protesters were mowed down in the streets by the Chinese army. The Chinese people were so angry, so upset, so filled with rage at the injustice that they charged the communist lines over and over, unarmed. They got mowed down by machine guns over and over. There were so many bodies that tanks ran over them and washed the bits down the street, down the drains to hide how many people that they actually killed. I was 2 years old when this happened, and my father spoke out. He was a university professor. He spoke out in front of a group of over 1,000 students, and they threw him in prison for this. There was no charge, there was no due process, he did not get a trial, he was simply thrown into a prison, and it took years for them to get him out of this hellhole, and he died. I don't even know how old he was when he died. I don't even remember his Chinese name anymore. I know when he came to the US, I saw him once before he died, and his American name that he chose was John, and that is all I remember of my father. And when I stepped on that plane, basically every single person in my life died. I have not spoken with most of my family for over 30 years. I have never seen my friends again. No one knows even where I went. In order to protect my family and myself, they told them I was going away to a boarding school. I didn't even get to say goodbye to anyone. And because of this, my life has been such a struggle. I have struggled to maintain jobs. I have struggled to maintain relationships. I have struggled not to kill myself. Tiananmen Square has defined my life. I have continually served this country, first as an infantryman, then on Conservation Corps crews, building and maintaining trails, and then I served as a wildland firefighter on a hotshot crew, risking my life to fight wildfires out in the West.
I'm gonna move back towards the black. I don't want to go on that side, get cut off.
And I feel such a need to serve because I know what it is to live without freedoms. I know what it is to live under an authoritarian regime. I know what it is to have the fear that secret police will kick down your doors and drag your loved ones away to a secret black dark hole where you will never see them again. I know, and I have experienced and I have lived through tyranny firsthand, and what I am seeing right now is tyranny rising its head in the United States. We do not have any more time to wait. If you are waiting for the smoking gun, you have waited too long. The blatant disregard for the court systems, the firing of generals and inspector generals and judges and anyone who can stand in their way, filling all of the top positions with their cronies, their completely unqualified cronies. This is what an authoritarian does first. Next is the violence. Right now they are arresting immigrants because immigrants have less protections under the law. You can label them as Hamas terrorists and Venezuelan gang members, and most people will be unsympathetic. But what they are doing is they are building the infrastructure right now to arrest political dissidents, US citizens, to make anyone that stands against their regime disappear into a black hole, into torture chambers so that they can be murdered and their bodies never found again. This is what is happening in America. Wake the fuck up. You might wonder why it seems like they don't care about public opinion, why they can talk about cutting Social Security and Medicare and Medicaid, topics that would have once been political suicide. It is because they do not intend to give up power. They do not intend to give you free elections in the midterms. They certainly do not intend to give you free elections for the next presidential election. Wake the fuck up, America. Next, they will censor all freedom of speech. They will remove our civil liberties. You will have no idea where other dissidents are. They will take away our freedom to protest. They will take away our freedom to assemble. They will take away our Second Amendment rights. We only have a window of a few months. Right now, this is the critical moment. This is the moment. If you are waiting for the moment that they shoot people in the streets, if you're waiting for the moment that they declare martial law, for the moment that they invade Greenland and Canada and Mexico, you will have waited too long. I have seen this movie, I have read this book, I have lived through this in my own life. I am telling you, this is what is going to happen. Wake the fuck up, America. If we sit back and allow this, it will be you next. It will be me next. I swore an oath to defend the Constitution from all enemies, foreign and domestic, and I intend to uphold that oath. And I am calling out all veterans right now to speak up, stand up, and let them know that you will defend this nation against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Wake up, America. Time is running out.